Hi, it's Thomas Henson again with thomashenson.com, and today is episode number 2 of our pig string series, and we're going to go through the upper function. So let's log back into our Hortonworks sandbox and begin scripting. So we've logged back into our Hortonworks sandbox, and I've pulled up the script that we used in the last demo, which was the serial_LC. All we did with this script is we loaded in our serial CSV, we parsed through it and pulled out the name, the calories, and the protein, but you'll see that we have a function here called lower, and if you remember back, that's the function we used to create our name in all lowercase. So we had like Apple Jacks and Blueberry, and they were, the A in Apple was capitalized, and the J in Jacks was capitalized. And so what we did, we said, hey, just make everything lowercase. And so just to remind you of what it looks like, if you remember here, this was our script and this is how it executed. So like I said, everything's been put into lowercase and spit out to the display. But now we want to do the opposite, right? So we're going to use the upper. So if we wanted to come in here, and it's just as simple as using the lower, passing it in, but we're going to use upper and pass it in. And so we're going to rename this script and we'll just call this one upper. So we got serial upper. We're going to save this script and then we're going to execute it. So now our script's executed and we've got our green bar, so we know it's been successful. I'm going to come down and we're going to see, hey, Apple Jacks, Blueberry, Captain Crunch, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, they've all been capitalized, right? So really simple function, but really helpful if you're really trying to manipulate strings, or you got some variables that you need to capitalize, or any kind of that string manipulation. And so one of the things that we could do here is we could go in and we could actually use, if you remember, we used the LC lower. We could actually use the UC first. So let's go ahead and run this script and see what happens. Some of you might be thinking ahead and already know what's going to happen, but let's run the script and find out. So we got our green bar, so we're ready to go. And we can see that it looks like nothing has changed, because if you remember back, when we use that UC first, the first letter is going to be capitalized. Well, it's already capitalized in it. And so, but it's not going to send everything else to lower. So the fact that J is already capitalized, it's going to keep that. These were strings and all of these were lowercase, and we just wanted to capitalize the first letter. We'd be able to do that using the UC first. Another tip I wanted to show you real quick is, if you're following along in the Hortonworks sandbox, one of the things that you can do, the pig helper dropdown, you can go over to the string function. And so if we were going to use the UC first, we could do that here, and then you just be able to type in the name right there. So if you forget some of these functions, because we're going to go through a lot of them and you're not always going to remember them, and maybe you don't want to reference back to the documentation, or maybe you want to watch this video but you don't want to have to reference this video every time you want to remember it. Just remember that if you're in the Hue interface, you can always do the drop down on the pig helper and find all the string functions here, and then just pass in your string. Until next time, you guys keep working, keep practicing your pig Latin.